Hey guys, welcome back to the Business of Art. Someone asked a great question regarding watermarking your images, so I thought I would cover that in a video and kind of just give you all of my thoughts on it. So first things first is whether you do or not is completely a personal choice. In my opinion, it is unnecessary. I don't worry about it. I don't watermark anything that I put online. With my photography, I actually usually do, but that's for a different reason than most people would. A lot of people do it to protect their images from being stolen and used by somebody else, or somebody else pawning them off as their own. But sometimes people just do it as a point of professionalism. Put your little watermark, your little logo down in the corner. So those are a couple reasons to do that. For my photography, for the second reason there, the professional point, I often did put my little watermark down in the corner. Now, if someone wanted to, they could easily crop that out, but it showed people that that was my photo and I was the photographer. All right, here's a couple things on this of why I think it's unnecessary. First of all, watermarks are generally very, very, very easy to remove. Like I said on my photos, I put the watermark down in the lower corner and that could simply be cropped out. Now, some people like to put it right in the middle. That can also be removed. There's actually apps and programs that can remove those. So unless you want to do something crazy with like white lines all over the whole images, it's generally not even a workable plan. Point two is it does often distract from the photo, especially if you're putting it like right in the middle. If you're trying to share your painting and show a piece of art that you've done and you put something right in the middle, that can really detract from it and it can be very distracting. And then third of why it's not particularly necessary is especially on Facebook and Instagram and whatnot, when you upload those photos, they only upload them in an extremely low resolution. So if someone were to download the image and try to reprint it, they would only be able to print literally like a tiny one, maybe a 4x6. They really wouldn't be able to sell prints of it or anything like that. So it's not even really worth it for someone. Now, if you are uploading high resolution images on your website, that's a little bit of a different matter. They may be able to get a high resolution image. So here are some things that you can do. So one is, of course, you can watermark your images in any way, shape, or form you choose, whether you want to put it down in the bottom corner or right in the middle, totally your prerogative. And some ways that you can do that are generally with any photo editing app, you can add text, and a lot of them have the ability to make that text not so bright, so maybe it's a bit transparent. There are also, of course, photo editing apps like Lightroom and Photoshop that you can do that in. On your phone, there's an app called iWatermark that's available on Android or iPhone. And there's a bunch of other apps that you can do that. So check those out. Another thing that can help, but it's just minor, is editing the metadata of your photo. Now, what that means is whenever you take a picture, if you go to your gallery, there's a little thing that says details or info. And that actually saves all kinds of data about that image, including where you took the image, what camera settings you had when you took the image, what date and time you took the image. It has all kinds of information. So if you upload that to your website, it will actually save that information. Downside is that social media platforms get rid of that information. So that's not helpful if you're uploading to social media, but it can be helpful in other cases. So it's something to kind of pay attention to as something that can possibly help protect your work there. And then lastly is to just simply upload things in a low resolution. So even though Facebook and Instagram and whatnot lower the resolution for you, you can even lower it before that and upload it in an even lower resolution, so that basically all you could do is look at it on a computer. You wouldn't be able to print it out. It wouldn't, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be worth anything. And if you're doing it on your website, I don't recommend uploading the high the high resolution ones. And you can also on a website disable the right click feature on your photos. I'm not going to go into the technicalities of that, but if you are uploading paintings on your website, I recommend making it so that people cannot right click, because that's how they download things. So if you just take away that function, well, then you're going to save yourself a lot of headache. That being said, after all of that is done, there are several websites that you can do reverse image searches on. So if you're particularly worried about a specific image, you can always do a reverse image search on Google and a couple other sites that I'll list down in the description, which will show you if anyone is using your image in whatever it is. And then you can go ahead and take whatever action from there that you want, whether it be legal action or simply writing to them and letting them know, hey, I'm not okay with you using my image. All right, all of that said and done, I really don't think it's something to worry about. I've been uploading my art on social media for many years and really have never had an issue with it. I have seen a few people here and there that had something, an image used by someone else, and they simply just reported it and it was immediately taken down. So you do have recourses, but it's not something I would invest a ton of time and energy and worry into it. Just keep painting, have fun with it, and live your life and you'll be fine. All right, I hope this was helpful. I will see you guys next time.